Hey y'all, it's the 15th of February already. Wednesday. How are you all doing? See, this is why I make the comments that did early at the beginning of the month. The month is almost over. It's over halfway over February, and this is the month that they choose to make Black History Month. See what I'm saying? And have we seen really much of anything from the so-called mainstream media or the government or the people who are supposed to, the 1/10 of 1% who dictate the narrative that we live by? Have we seen anything of any substance about Black History Month? The main thing we've seen is how these racist, selfish people are trying to erase history. So it just goes to show what I've been observing is true, you know. So I continue to make my observations. I'll do a poll because I'm hard at work right now. I didn't play one record yesterday. I didn't play any records yesterday. Not one. I'm so activated on this new spate of activity with Blake. We're making an album, and I love it when I am activated. That's the word I use. I'm activated. I worked until I went to bed last night, getting into a minutia, as we artists will do, taking care of little details that maybe someone else will notice. That's not the point. The point is trying to create the picture that we see, that we hear. And so that's what I did yesterday. I didn't play any records. The only thing that I played every now and then was I would washed away. The title, the opening track to this is the track that does it for me. It's epic. It only does 3 chords. There's no bridge or anything, but it's epic. The thing that I liked was that as blown away as I am by this track, and then I switch over to what I'm working on, I don't hear a difference in quality. I love it. I'm so activated. I'm so happy with the activity that's going on. And here's another great development, because I'm glad that you folks are with me as opposed to coming over here expecting some kind of service. I'm at home. Let me remind you, okay? So guess who calls me and wants to pop over yesterday? James Ballerin, the saxophonist who I work with, and the person who I met Blake through. So, and you know, I'm real honest in my relationships and with people, because it's the best. So he comes over, and it's good to see him. I love James. You know, we're in Sun Ambulance together and toured the United States a couple times together. I said, "Oh, so you heard about me and Blake, huh?" And we have a good relationship. Yeah, it's like, I want to know what's going on. Not that he wants to be left out, but it's like, oh, you actually got Blake over here working, because I've been trying to get he and Blake over to James's studio, and it's been like pulling teeth. I've gotten some sessions, but had a great discussion, and James will get involved. We're going to do it here, though. That's what we had established. Is that, you know, it's like, in order for me to get things done, I need to run things. Coming over to your studio wasn't, you know, it's not working the way I want it to, because he was blown away at how much Blake and I have already recorded. Not that much of any of it is final. The piece that I have played a couple times, that ambient piece, that even with the fluffy notes in it, that's good to go. That's like a piece of magic. It really is. And even Blake agreed, even with the fluffy notes where he just would let the next thing in his person come out of the horn. It's very pure. You can hear it. It's magical. And even James was blown away. He said, "I never heard Blake play like that before." I said, "Well, it's because all you guys ever do is play the blues and R&B. I'm going to open that bag up." So he's getting involved. I'm excited. Blake's coming over here today for a session. I'm very happy. I'm going to wait to preview more of what we've done for now, because I'm just going to wait. I'm very pleased. I'm glad that you're interested, and it is some dynamite stuff, and it is as I said, the second funk. For me, in a way, it's a next level thing, because I know that people hunger for that human aspect, and there are many people who just can't get past the fact that the main thing that I'm doing is using synthesizers and not playing live instruments, but still me, but having that horn. It's like a magical element. It's like it really is, and I'm digging it too. So that's what I want to share update wise. Excuse me. So to show some records, I'll just again. There's so much out in the other rooms, the other two rooms where my other large portions are that I can't do pulls from. I'll just take my phone out and do a pull out there sometime just for. So I'm so familiar with all this stuff over here, even though it's been moved. But I'll see what we get from this section here. Hoelderlin, Fata Morgana, German band. Started off progressive. This is an album where they're moving more into commercial territory. It's like very likely what was going on is like, well, we've got a deal. We got to hold on to this record deal. The record company's got to make some sales. Apparently what got us signed isn't selling anymore, so we have to adapt. And this is okay, because it still has the melodic aspect of the band that I like. Somebody in the band knows how to write. And so even on those songs which are more commercially oriented, if you heard it, you know what I mean. The old Hoelderlin is still in there. So it's a pretty good album. I haven't played that in a long time, but I remember what it sounds like. So that says something for it, okay? Down here, as you see, I am not looking at all. I've only recently come across some things. Ooh, shit is jam-packed down here. Oh, ooh, shit. Man, I'm so out of room. So out of room. Yeah, I don't even, the last few times I pulled these things thinking I might trade it, I've been happy to find that it was something that I wanted to keep. What did I pull? Oh, shit. Pat Martino. Now, this is interesting. Some folks, I was just tagged on Facebook by a fellow named Gary, I don't know how to say his last name, who thanked me for turning him on to Pat Martino. He was showing a record he was playing. So here I pull a Pat Martino. Fantastic jazz guitarist who had some health issues to the point that he lost the ability to play. I think he was on death's door for a long time. He literally had to learn how to play the guitar again completely, and he did. And it's amazing because his chops and his style is so unique and it's so intense. To be able to get back to that after the debilitating illness is amazing. This album is fantastic. It's a fusion rather than a straight ahead jazz album. This is funky, and it's got the synthesizer aspect along with the jazz thing. He's not doing a Return to Forever or a Mahavishnu. He's doing Pat Martino, and this is badass. Kenwood Denard on drums, looking like the badass he is back there in the back. Also played with Brand X and Percy Jones for a while, who I just interviewed recently, Percy Jones. So there, if you haven't heard this, Pat Martino, bad motherfucker on the guitar. Seriously. I'll go one more. I'll go over here. And I'm not looking because that's no fun. It's no fun to do a pull and then peek. Then it's not a blind pull. What did I get? Well. And it wasn't that long ago that I was posting likes to Mike Mills of R.E.M. on Instagram. I like Instagram. And also Twitter. Twitter is there's a lot of crap on Twitter, but I like them both. And it's actually Twitter that I was thinking of, that I follow Mike Mills, and he responded to something I said recently. But R.E.M. Murmur, their first full-length album. I think this is a classic American rock album. An absolute classic. Every song, and it's like, how were they able to do this? To make every song sound so fresh, and to take something so simple as guitars, bass, and voices, and come up with this new, to me it's a new American sound. They don't sound like they're trying to sound like anyone at all. I'm so proud of the fact that I got to play a show opening Sorry About My Mouth. There's nothing I can do, okay? If that scares you away, then go away. Notice how I'm always processing a lot of stuff. We all are. But as I was saying, I had the opportunity to open for R.E.M. on this tour here in Omaha. I had seen them already and got the gig for my band Digital Sex to open for them at the nightclub The 20s. It was a great show. It was a great night. We partied till dawn, literally, at a journalist, Roger Catlin. Doesn't live in Omaha anymore. We partied till dawn at Roger Catlin's house. Drinking, smoking, eating opium. Fantastic night. They were great guys, and I also love. I haven't told the story in a while. It's a good story. It's kind of how we bonded, because I ended up becoming pretty friendly with Peter Buck, and they would put me on the guest list the next 2 times they came through Omaha, which was years later. Every time I was on the guest list, and they'd get a hold of me. But what was I saying? It had to do with partying with these guys, and just how nice people they are. And Pete Buck has my records, and they're just good people. It's a great album. Good memories. Good memories. I do lament how I have these more often lately seemingly brain farts where I just lose track of what I'm saying. I'm trying to eat a little bit better. I understand there's a connection there with vegetables. Might be aging too. I don't know, but it's like that's happening, and I guess it's part of the deal. Anyway, those are the records I can show you, and I was just enthusiasing about, good energy between myself and the members of R.E.M. Oh, that's the story. See, it just took a second. Just wanted to share a quick exchange. So, on the show that we played with them on, because again, stay focused. They're on the road, and so they're road dogs. And so when they get to the club, and after they're done with their sound check and we set up and stuff, they go to the green room, and basically the whole band went to bed. They were stone tired. So after exchanging pleasantries after their sound check and meeting us and stuff and reconnecting, they went to sleep. I will say we, for the band, my band Digital Sex, I could tell that the whole band was activated and charged up, and that this was important to us to have this gig, to be playing with this band that we respect, and this is like something that bands want, is, you want these opportunities of exposure, but it's also a feather in the cap to play shows with bands that you like. So we played well that night. I remember John Tingle, the guitarist in particular, was on fire. John should be a local legend. Due to alcohol, he's kind of being forgotten, but amazing guitarist. We played hard, and the part that was so cool is that we're just about wrapping up our set, doing the encore, and we're really giving it all we got. And I catch out of the corner of my eye, and I look over, and it's Pete Buck and Bill Berry and Mike Mills, not Mike Stipe, But the other three, looking outside the door of the area that goes to the green room, watching us because they know we're blowing them away after we got done. That's exactly what they shared with us, that they were really, wow, wow. That's different from Omaha. So that's a fun memory to share. Okay, folks, I'm going to let you go. I've been babbling, very little music. But it's good to know that the words have value for others besides myself. That's the other thing I'm saying. I'm not telling anybody else what to do. I'm not. I'm sharing with you what I understand, and talking about this stuff helps me. I'm glad to hear that it helps others too.